Hi, hello, it's Sugar. In this video, I'm going to share my favorite tools and tips for raid leading. My guild's focus is Heroic AOTC with a dash of Mythic, meaning just the first few bosses. I've been raid leading since Warlords of Draenor, not always by choice, but necessity. Everything I'm going to talk about is what works for me and my team. There are no golden rules for raid leading, and at the end of the day, you should do what works best for yours. So let's start. If you want to improve and easily be able to find your mistakes, I suggest using Warcraft Logs. This site provides combat analysis and can help your raid figure out where you're going wrong. Maybe someone's taking too much damage from avoidable mechanics, or your tank's getting one-shot because he's intervening the boss when he shouldn't be. Warcraft Logs will help you identify and fix that. It can be a little intimidating when you first start using the site, but there are plenty of videos explaining how to read and analyze what you're seeing. There are a few ways you can upload combat logs to this site. 1. Use the desktop client and a logger add-on, like Loggerhead, or 2. Use the companion app. Either way, make an account on the site first before trying to upload. There's also a site called Wipefest.gg that I like to use. This displays timelines and mechanic insights into each encounter and can be a lot less intimidating. You'll still need to log your raid with Warcraft Logs, but now you can take that log and run it through this site for more info. It's useful to quickly identify areas that could be done better, like avoiding damage, or who's really been using their health stones and potions. Another site I tend to use pretty heavily when I'm planning for a raid is raidplan.io. This site puts up maps of all the boss rooms and allows you to plan out where the raid and boss needs to be for every phase. It's very versatile, yet simple to use, and has helped me convey my ideas to my team in a way that was quicker and easier to understand. These plans can be linked directly to your team's Discord, or the image can be saved and uploaded. For in-game add-ons, my most used for raiding is Method Raid Tools. This can honestly be the only add-on you need since it has so many features. I'm just going to cover the ones I use, otherwise this video would be entirely dedicated to the add-on. First up is the Notes section. Use this to create a note and send it out to your team. We use this for interrupt assignments, healing cooldowns, and even TLDRs when we're first learning the fights. Notes can be typed up in-game or on an ERT website for import later. Any note you create can be saved and edited, and you can even set them to auto-load upon reaching a boss. To pull up the note, type /RT Note. Anyone who wants to see the notes will need to have this add-on installed, by the way. I use the visual note as well to help me remember where I need to put raid markers, or better convey where I want the raid to stand. Make sure you check the Disable Updates box at the bottom, otherwise it can be edited or cleared by anyone in the raid and you lose all your work. The raid check section is nice if you need to quickly see potions used or who's eaten, but make sure you check the boxes to only have it report to you, otherwise it can spam chat pretty heavily and get annoying. The invite tools make it super easy to get everyone into the raid group quickly and get your assistants promoted without having to do it manually each time. This is super useful and something I think is often overlooked but really saves so much time. Raid groups section is nice if you have the same-ish raid group each week, or you want to plan out groups ahead of time. If you need a Wind Fury group or have groups that are sent to go down first on a fight, you can easily save, load, and sort everyone out each raid. The marks bar is a favorite of mine, especially in comparison to the one LVUI offers. Load it up with everything you want to see to help you easily place markers and do ready checks. It adds a section under your keybinds too, so you can bind world markers easier. I also add the combat timer to sit next to this bar. Having the timer near it just helps me call out mechanics or when we need hero. The next add-on I use is ORA 3. This was the first add-on I used for raid leading back before I started using Method Raid Tools. I like a few features in this over that one and continue to use them. First being the ability to have raid alerts to chat for things like taunts, threats, CC breaks, dispels, and interrupts. Seeing who is doing what in the chat frame helps me hold my team accountable and ensure the person who is assigned to a job is doing it successfully without me having to dig into the log. This can be set to output to just you or any chat channel. I prefer it to be just me so no one else is getting spammed. I also really like the battle res timer. It tells you how many reses you have, how long before the next one is available, and who resed who. I found this helpful in raids and dungeons and is overall my favorite compared to others I've seen because it's simple. Of course, no raid leader is really ready without weak auras, am I right? Just kidding. I do use a ton of weak auras though, and I know they're not for everyone, but I find them useful. If I need to track a certain spell or have an extra sound or visual for a mechanic, these always help me. I get all my weak auras from wago.io from various authors. My current packs are from, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, Causese, and I use custom sounds as well. I'll link them in the description below. For boss add-ons, I like Deadly Boss mods. I know there is some debate about which is better in the community, but I think they're equally good. I just prefer DBM. That's all I have for sites and add-ons, so I'll leave you with some closing thoughts. As raid leaders, we tend to try to do everything ourselves, and this is not good for you or your team. Lean on your raid members and try to delegate specific tasks to them to take some of the responsibility off of yourself. For example, in my team, I have an assistant raid leader, an inviter, someone who takes care of the live logs, a healing CD coordinator, and someone who handles all of the loot that goes up for roll. Having people in these small but key roles can really help make your raid run smoothly. Outside of the raid, I have a council of officers and core raiders that help me decide which strategies and direction to take the team. Having implemented these roles has really helped me enjoy raiding more again, and I honestly don't think I would have been able to keep up with it without them stepping in to help. I think that covers everything. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips for raid leading. I'd love to hear them. Okay, bye!